Okay, so I got to do a little maintenance to my 8120 here. Pretty simple stuff. The other day they delivered fuel, and immediately after they delivered fuel I had to put fuel in my tractor, and it has plugged my filters. Now, as you can see, I loosened this up so that I could see what I had, so that I could see what number that was, and it is a Wix filter. These come from Napa, and they were so kind to deliver them. That one filter, air filter, was $109. Wow. There's 54, 51.91. Wow, expensive. Anyway, so I decided while I was changing out the fuel filters, I ought to change out the air filters. I've knocked the dirt out of them a couple of times already, and it's just time to, excuse me, it's just time to change them out, you know. They get ugly and dirty, and they rob you of power and fuel efficiency. And I was over on some pretty hilly hills, and I thought that my tractor was running a little bit on the weak side, to be honest with you. At least weaker than I thought it should be running. And of course, I'm trying to get this thing off one-handed. So I pulled this filter out, and it doesn't look bad, but you never know, because you could throw them on the ground. I don't know, I didn't blow it out, but there's not much in there, but you never know. They're really a deep web in there, and they could be plugged up pretty badly. This is the secondary, so a lot of people don't change them both at the same time, but I have made that a little bit of a habit, because I just don't want to have a failed engine due to a failed element, you know, and some dust does make it through those elements. So anyhow, I might as well just go on over here, and hopefully they're the right ones. I'll just set my filters up here on the tire. Here, the fuel filters. Got a new set of Firestone tires going to come in for this thing. They're 540/65 R30s. They're very wide and very expensive, and I'm going to have to go get those, or send someone to get those probably tomorrow, because I will not be around tomorrow. Yep, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and set this camera up here, and then I'll tell you where I'm going to be at. It'll only take a second to do this, but there it is. Okay, so tomorrow's Wednesday. Hopefully my camera doesn't fall off of there. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and it is also the start of our fair, our county fair, Hunterdon County's fair, and I will be there with the two-cylinder tractor. Oh, so pretty. It's nice and white. So I guess the other one, you know what, let's do a comparison. Let me see what I got here. Oh, come on. Okay. So for that, you can see one's a little bit dirtier than the other. This is the new one, obviously. Looks like my dad's coming in, I think. No, it's my brother-in-law. I'm actually going to have to talk to him real quick. Give me a second. Okay. I'll unbox this thing. These were a special order filter. They didn't have them in stock because there's not too many farmers around here that have 8,000 series tractors. As a matter of fact, I don't know that there's any close enough that this Napa would even stock such a thing. So there it is. It doesn't say up or down, but I kind of like to make it so that the handle goes in there. Oh, Jesus. And it's a nice tight fit. All right. Okay. Alright, so that's that part. Next is going to be the fuel filters. And they should be pretty simple to do, I guess. Yeah, I think I can go ahead and set you all up like that. I don't need to do the, yeah, that'll work. Alright. Now these filters, you have to take the little plastic doodads off of them, these pieces here. And let's see. The fuel's pink, which is fine. Oh, come on. And before I... Oh. This one actually has the plastic end already on it, so I don't have to... I had taken that out. What this is just a water release. So you loosen that up and the water's supposed to come out. So, well, before I go ahead and put this back together again, I want to put fuel in it, or at least oil of some sort. Now somebody's text messaging me, so hold on. Okay. Oh, damn. See if I can get my wrench on that. This is a strap wrench. You ever see one of these things? These work really well as long as they're dry. Kind of cinch them up, and if they're not dry, they slip just like anything else. Jeremy Lee gave me a Blue Point filter wrench. And this is the one that's plugged, by the way. I could hear it sucking air. So, this one here is the bad one. I'm going to go dump that out real quick and see what kind of crap is in it. Come along, take you along. Oh, there's a 60. You should be able to start to see the dirty fuel come out of that. Oh, it's heavy. Oh, it's real heavy. I tell you what, maybe I'll cut it apart. I think I have to take that probe out of the bottom of it for the other filter housing, so I might as well go ahead and set you up here, and yeah, here we go. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so there's two probes, if you see that, and this is a water sensor. And I don't have water in my fuel, but that is the water sensor. And what will happen is when water gets up in there, it sends a different... You know, this is different altogether. Made in the USA. They've changed it. They've got this. They've got a different system here, if you can see. This has a water drain there. I guess it's less complicated, or it's cheaper, or, oh yeah, the difference in weight. This was a lot longer. Look at that. Same number too. You believe that? They've changed it. So this filter must not have met requirements by John Deere or the other manufacturers that actually use it, and they had to change it. I mean, we're talking inches longer. So anyways, let me get some fuel in this thing, or oil, and we'll put them together. I'll show you that. Okay, so I got fuel in this thing, and I'm just going to go ahead and I lubricated the filter with oil, and now I'm sticking her up in there. Kind of want to be careful as to what you're doing, because You don't want to spill it. Nor do you want to nor do you want to over tighten it, of course. If you over tighten it, then you will have problems. But if you do not, let me see here, if you do not lubricate it properly, then it will stick. But you just want to give it a 3/4 of a turn, like to right about there. That's it. So you can read, and you always want to kind of wipe your strap wrench off, because that damn thing will load up with crap. Now, that being done, we have completely finished our task of putting the filters and stuff on, air filters, fuel filters, and I guess what's next is to actually start it up and see if she's going to run. And then I'm going to just see if she's going to run, and then of course I'll do my morning routine of greasing and stuff, because today is the day that I have to bale hay. So, she started up okay. Oh, nice. Okay. So I got fuel. I've got air, so I must be doing pretty good. Some people asked me about that camera to actually do a view of the front of the baler and stuff. I do have a GoPro, and I can put the GoPro on and do that, but I don't like the footage I get from the GoPro. I can't believe how much more black smoke I'm getting. I did run this thing once already this morning to warm her up. Alright. So I guess that's a success. Alrighty. I'm going to shut her off. That's a success in changing over fuel filters and air filters. Pretty simple on this machine. And that's that. I do want to touch on my trip to England. I haven't booked the tickets yet, and I haven't gotten into enough contact with some of the dealers that I'll be visiting, so I still have that legwork to do. I also have my embroidery business that I'm working on, so my schedule is very, very full. I'm actually going to take a day off tomorrow, like I said earlier in the video, and I'm going to go to the tractor pull. But, yeah, so... yeah, my trip to England, I'm going to hook up with George Saunders. Some of you know him, some of you don't. And here comes Dad, and he's looking at me like I'm crazy, because I am. And thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.